What is up, Star Wars fans? Welcome to the Star Wars Stop. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the Wookie Warrior as effectively as possible. Now, the Wookie Warrior is literally one of the best things you can use in this game. He has so much health and dishes out so much damage. He's literally rivaling heroes as far as how much, how good he is. Getting to his abilities, he has Thermal Imploder, Overload, and Fortify. Thermal Imploder is basically a grenade with a huge radius and high damage. Overload makes the gun a little bit faster fire rate, and Fortify gives you some health. So I'm going to recommend Survivalist. It's just going to give you your faster health regen, and Enforcer Train is good too, but I recommend Survivalist. Explosive Expert, that's just going to make that grenade insane, and Battle Hard just to increase your maximum health a little bit. So Explosive Expert is the shining star here. That's the one you want to max as fast as possible. 80% radius buff on your Thermal Imploder. That is huge, guys. 80% is a massive buff. There are a few classes like the Wookie Warrior that can literally run into a room and just kill everything instantaneously. His gun is good, his grenade is good, his health is good, and it's just a recipe for disaster for the enemy team. Now, the primary job, I would say, of an enforcer, and a Wookie enforcer in particular, is the fact that you can walk into these objectives like this and just completely lock down the entrances and not let any enemies get inside. And if they do get inside, you always have your grenade. But the point is, he has the health to be very up close, and he needs it because most of his abilities and his gun itself need to be used from a very close range. As you can see here, look at all those stormtroopers that walk and they're about to get thermal imploded. The other thing here is this officer with the high damage pistol was shooting me in the back over there. And you'll notice I still have enough health to survive the situation. That's insane. There's not a lot of classes that can survive an officer attack from behind like that. And that's just a testament to how much health this guy has. Now, one of the nemesis, if you will, of the Wookiee Enforcer is definitely the Flame Trooper. They can kill you very fast. You got to watch out for that. Getting into the Jump Troopers, they're literally dancing fairies against Wookiee Warriors. You can just pick your shots and take them out very easily. There's not much they can do to stop you. But the primary thing that makes the Wookiee Warrior so good is his ability to absolutely destroy enemy heroes. It's insane. I mean, and it's kind of sad because people spend so much money to buy a hero, and then a Wookiee Warrior can literally just show up and end them like that. The Thermal Imploder is great for high damage, and using the Overload on your gun is just going to dish out so much damage on that enemy hero. There's not really much they can do to escape. And the fact that they can tank all the high damage that an enemy hero can put out makes them capable of taking them down. You can see here we're actually pushing them out of the objective the minute with this Wookiee. The ability to just end their heroes so well, and it costs so much less than a hero, is kind of what gives the good guys an edge, because the Wookiee Warrior is only for clone troopers, for the Republic, for the Rebellion, and the Resistance. So that's why they kind of have a tremendous edge over the enemy team. Now, one of the best things you can do, obviously, you just saw that the Wookiee Warrior can destroy tanks, it can destroy heroes, it can destroy special units. So what the hell is a game of Strike? It's nothing. It's easy for the Wookiee Enforcer. One of the best ways for you to just farm money in this game is load up Strike or Blast and just go to town with the Wookiee Enforcer, because there aren't enemy heroes to worry about. There's not starfighters, there's not tanks, there's not, it's just easy mode by the time you get the Wookiee Enforcer. There's nothing the enemy minions can do to stop you, or the enemy players rather. So yeah, and just giving you some tips on how to use the gun. I mean, Overload is a good ability, don't get me wrong, but it's going to slow down your mobility. So one of the reasons I don't use that star card that increases the duration of it is typically you don't need to use it for that long. I normally just turn the ability off when I feel like I've used it for long enough. I don't really need to keep that ability on forever. There's not a use for that. So that's one of the reasons I don't use that star card that increases the duration of it. But one thing about overloading your gun is that you lose mobility, so you're going to want to turn it off just so you can move faster. And as you can see, the recharge is not bad on it, so there's really no reason to use that star card, especially when you've given how good the other star cards are on this guy. And the gun in general is great without using overload. You don't really need to use overload that often. Like if you want to take out an enemy tank or if you want to shoot an enemy hero and you feel you're in the right position, then go for it. But hey, right here, look at this flank on these enemy troopers. That's when you use overload. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, if you're looking for a way to easily farm, I highly recommend you grab the Wookie Warrior. I can just sense myself about to throw a thermal imploder. Yep. I can just see the room of enemies and know I'm about to throw it. Oh, I didn't even kill anybody. Oh, got somebody. Yeah, the thermal imploder is dirty too. The thing about the gun is that it does only work very well at close range. So when you are in those long range situations, you're going to benefit from just throwing a thermal imploder, because I guarantee you'll be able to do more damage from range with the thermal imploder than you will with your gun. But that's a quick guide, guys. I mean, as far as the gun, you can aim it down to get a tighter spread. That's one thing I didn't mention, but it's pretty basic, guys. It'll take some practice to really start shredding with this guy, but he's a very easy class to play. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for tons and tons of Star Wars content. Have an awesome day, guys.